welcome to this special video. And the video is out a lot later than I was expecting, but you know, just still trying to figure out what my schedule is for YouTube. I think Big Brother might be taking over my channel for the next few months. I'm sorry if you don't like Big Brother, but you know what? These are just my opinions, okay? I got this cute little unicorn cup the other day. It's so cute. And I don't want these to be like my old videos where they took like 60 minutes to edit and record. No, I want these to be fast. I want them to be all under 10 minutes long. Let's just get into it. So, you know, the first group of house guests come in, and then like the second group of house guests come in, and two people know each other. Apparently Christie and Tommy know each other, which I thought was going to be horrible for my game because Tommy is one of my players. Christie is not my other player. And then here, I'll give you breakdowns. Me, my mom, and my sister all pick players for all the reality shows that we watch. So, these are my sister picks, my mom's picks, and my picks. And then, and unfortunately, she was not picked because there was only 3 of us and there's one leftover player. Now, you might look at my picks and like, what the heck, Joseph? I'm like, I know. And I don't want to go into a lot of detail, but basically we draw numbers. And I got numbers 15, 14, 13, 9 and 8 or something like that. So I had really bad numbers, which is why these were my players. I believe that they can win. So right away, Jack and Jackson are connecting. They're being like bros, and I'm thinking a little bromance might happen. And I do think that they are gonna be the big guidelines that I was talking about pre-season. And then Julie Chen gets on the screen and says that there's gonna be a twist. It's called Camp Director. That person is safe for that week. So they had to like basically campaign whether they wanted it or not. And it seems like Cliff really wanted it and David really wanted it at first, and then it kind of seemed like Jessica and Jack were kind of like meh about it because they didn't really like were too enthusiastic about it, but later on during conversations in the house, Jessica really wanted it and it seems like she was gonna get it. She was having conversations with the girls plus Tommy, and they were all in the room and they're like, yes, we're gonna vote for you to get camp director. But then Jack had his side of the house and they were all telling the girls that they were gonna vote for him to have it. Him, the girls flipped, and it ended up being out of those 4. So David got 0 votes, Cliff got 0 votes. It came down to Jessica and Jackson, and Jessica got 4 votes and Jackson got 10. So Jackson was the camp director. Now as camp director, I had to choose 4 people to be kicked out of the house and be sent into the damn wilderness. So it really seemed that Jack, Jackson, and Isabella were really connecting. I think they were starting to form an alliance, and those 3 really wanted to go after Cliff, David, and Jessica. The 3 people that tried to get the camp director position but failed. So it's time for Jackson to pick who he wants to get banished. And so first he chooses Cliff, and then his second pick is kind of surprising to me. He decided to go after Kemi, but it wasn't surprising because it was her. It's more surprising because like I thought she would be like the 4th one picked, just because they're not really making relationships. And to me, okay, so I saw a spoiler on Twitter how things were being kind of played out. I thought like, oh, it's coming true. Okay, I thought she was gonna go home first. So Twitter told me when she was picked to be banished, so okay, like she's probably not gonna make it out of the woods. Then Jackson picked Jessica, and then picked finally last David. So like I said, they were sent into the woods and they had to find their way out. Cliff found his way out first, which was very surprising. Then I was very shocked when Kemi found her way out, because like I said before, I heard that she was gonna be the first one out. So now I'm like, man, maybe I should have picked her. And then it was down to Jessica and David. Now David was my very first pick. And you know, I think that we all thought that he was gonna have potential to go very far and go all the way. So the fact that he got eliminated in this competition was very sad. But Julie Chen did say that there was a chance for him to maybe get back in the game, and she kind of alluded to it. I think personally that it's going to be like a new comp, kind of like in Survivor Redemption Island. The people that got out will battle, and then that one person would stay, but they're not back in the game yet, and then like that person will then move on to the next battle, or the person who gets evicted next, until eventually maybe like 4 weeks down the line where there's the final battle and the person that wins that battle will actually go inside the house. Going back to Tommy and Christie, they decided to work together. Hallelujah. Because I thought that, you know, I think that Christie probably would have had better relationships with the people in the beginning of the show, and so if that they were going to be pitted against each other, I think out of those 2, Tommy would be the one getting evicted. So the fact that they're going to be working together makes me very happy. Speaking of Christie, I think they finally established this alliance of 6, which is not an all-guys alliance. The people in this alliance are Christie, Isabella, Jack, and Jackson, and Holly and Nick. Which means it's 3 girls and 3 guys. But I still in my gut think that the guys are gonna be closer in that alliance and the girls are going to be close in that alliance, if that makes sense. So it's time for the first HOH competition, and basically it's the classic endurance competition at the first, where they have to hold on to something like a hot dog or a popsicle, and this time they're hanging on to a log. Oh, and then like paired up by the camp director, which, I mean, they didn't like a big power per se, like it didn't change anything in my opinion in the game, but like whatever. And Jessica was the very first one to fall. It came down to Christie and Tommy, and I do think it was better for Tommy's game to fall, even though if he didn't mean to do it. I just think it's way too early to get blood on his hands. Like I said before, I think that if Christie does manage to win a lot of competitions, I do think that she will be getting out early jury, because I do think that people will be threatened of her. So Julie did mention something else about a activity comp. She didn't really give too much details about it, and we'll probably learn more about it on the next episode. Let's play a little game. Let's play what's gonna happen during Christie's HOH. Now, I do think that Christie is going to pay attention to the alliance that she just made, considering that Jack and Jackson are part of it. I do think that they are gonna go after Jessica for the sole purpose of because she wanted to win the camp counselor comp. I do think that they're gonna probably use a pawn. So I do see someone like Cliff becoming a pawn. I don't see Tommy or anyone in the 6-person alliance touching the block this week. And I do think that no matter what happens to the veto, I think that Jessica is not going to be able to win it. I think Jessica is going to go home. So that is my opinion of the Big Brother first week. I might try to do these videos on maybe Fridays. Thursdays if I'm very, very lucky. After I get done watching the episode, I'm going to record each bit and then post 1 video a week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to leave a like. And I'll talk to you guys all again next time. I love you. So I do think he's gonna make it very far, even top 2. Another person who can make it very far